Well, hello. This is Sylvia Jane, and I just got a new Bible in yesterday, and was going through it and reading it, and I wanted to share this with you. Um, I really like this Bible that I got. I will show you what Bible it is after I read this. But there's an article in here that is entitled "Chosen by God" from Romans uh, chapter 8, verse 29 through 30. Um, it is in the NLT, but this is what the article says. The doctrine of God's election of those saved, often called predestination, is often controversial among Christians. There is no doubt that it is taught throughout the Bible. For example, the Old Testament often calls Israel my chosen people, found in Isaiah chapter 43, verse 20. While the New Testament speaks of God choosing his children even before the world began, found in Ephesians chapter 1, verse 4, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 13, 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 9. People are often spoken of as being chosen. Wait a minute. Chosen. People are often spoken of as being chosen. Jeremiah 1, chapter 1, verse 5, and Acts chapter 9, verse 15. And Jesus told his disciples, "You didn't choose me, I chose you," in John chapter 15, verse 16. The doctrine should lead to neither pride, God chose me and not you, nor inaction. God chooses people, so why bother evangelizing? I've heard that one before. No one believed in election more than Paul, yet no one was more active in evangelizing than him. That is true. In Galatians, in the first chapter, uh, it, Paul talks about how he didn't receive anything from man. He received his revelation from Christ himself. And Paul does go into a lot of how God chose him to do his work. No one believed in election more than Paul, yet no one was more active in evangelizing than him. This doctrine is meant to lead to humble praise. Did you get that? This doctrine is meant to lead to humble praise. Ephesians chapter 1, verses 3 through 12. Encouragement. Romans chapter 8, verse 28 through 39. Holy living. First, Colossians chapter 3, verse 12 through 15. Worship. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 3 through 12. And to preaching the gospel. 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 10. So, we'll go over that one more time. The doctrine is meant to lead to humble praise, encouragement, holy living, worship, and to preaching the gospel. I hope you can hear me. My AC just kicked in. And like many controversial doctrines, it has two sides. For example, we read that all who were chosen for eternal life becomes believers. Acts chapter 13, verse 48, emphasis added. God did the choosing, but they had to do the believing. Did you get that? God did the choosing, but they had to do the believing. How these fit together is one of God's mysteries, and the wise stay humble about it. Wow, I think this is a great article, and my new Bible is the spiritual the spiritual growth Bible from the NLT translation. It is from Christian Arts Publishing Company, which is totally different from Thomas Nelson, Zondervan, and Tyndale. But I do like the articles in here. I've been through this whole Bible last night. So um, I will thank you for being here and for listening to this podcast that I'm doing on live. So I will be back again. I can't say when. This is not going to be a day to day, week to week, or whatever. When I get time, I will make more videos. Um, so, what else was I? I was going to say something else. But I will be reading some things out of this Bible. There's some great articles in here that I think are very helpful, and it's the spiritual growth Bible. So, with that said, thanks for coming. God bless you, and keep walking in the Spirit of Jesus. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.